Saidu here. Let's talk about how open the internet is as a space. Now, according to the definition from Wikipedia page, a public space can be said to be a place that is generally open and accessible to people. Now, come to think of it, our internet is relatively available or open for use as is where we connect with friends and family, get entertained, make purchases, and many more using our devices and network, which seems very convenient and innovative to say the least. But here is a big problem. Socializing and other activities in the public space, especially the internet, can also be intercepted by unintended parties. As you will be communicating with a friend online without knowing that someone is also listening or is even in part of your conversation. This helps the attacker gather some valuable data from the conversation. Another great example by European digital right website is in the offline environment. When you note down to your calendar an event that you want to attend, you remain anonymous. But the moment you click I will attend to an event in a social network, the information is used by advertisers to predict your behavior and preferences. On the internet, on the internet, each piece of personal information can be reused for purposes that you did not imagine. There are many reasons why one would want to be anonymous on the internet, as what the hackers are looking for is the victim's belonging, and he or she should have total control over it. Amongst other reasons are 1. Prevent identity theft. Hackers use victims' details like name, security numbers, and other information to commit crimes. According to a report by Javelin Strategy and Research, a record 16.7 million people experienced identity theft in 2017, and this number is likely to increase as the internet becomes an even bigger part of our daily lives. Number 2, protect your financial information. Hackers made use of the victim's banking details they stole to make purchases, do some withdrawals without the victim's approval. Number 3, to avoid being robbed. With the kind of information people share online or particularly on social media, it's easy for hackers to know when the victim is not at home, as that will be easy for residential burglaries. Number 4, to protect your business. If you are a business owner, data privacy is of even higher priority when compared to individuals, as you are not only tasked to protect the customer's data, but you are also protecting your business reputation, socially and financially. According to Digital Guardian, a data breach averagely costs from 1.25 million to slightly above $8 million. The data you share online is used by these companies for different purposes, which sometimes might not be good for your safety. Examples of such data are health information and other sensitive data sharing on the internet, especially social media. Therefore, we should try to reduce our own risk as well as those of our friends and societies, and to not feed these data hungry mechanisms. Anything you post online now or that you posted years ago could be later tracked back to you by anyone who happens to get access to it. An old online communication that you thought was private could be used in the future to discriminate against you. According to some professional hackers and or cybersecurity experts, there are some measures and tools that you can use in protecting yourself and company. Number 1, use two factors authentication or step verification everywhere you can, using it in your banking system, Facebook account, Twitter account. All support the ability for you to enable the additional security feature for your account that you may not know. Just go to settings, click on security and login, and then click on use text message or SMS button to enable this feature. This helps you in registering your computer and web browser as you log in. And one cool feature about this is that if a hacker tries to log in into your Facebook account, for example, they have to have access to your phone, as a text message will be sent to your mobile phone from Facebook before allowing access to your account online. Number 2, don't use the same password everywhere. Using the same password everywhere is probably one of the easiest ways you get hacked, as having access to one of your online account relatively provide access to your other account. So avoid using same password. Number 3, update software on your computer for security patches always. I know most people tend to ignore this type of updates sometimes as it seems boring. They might even say that my system is working fine, why should I have to upgrade anything? But it is necessary. So always keep your system up to date as these are patches to the known vulnerabilities on your computer or software. Number 4, share little information online, especially social media. The amount of information you give out there might come back to haunt you. Hackers tend to look at your actions on those platforms to get insight on your spending habit. When are you traveling next? Who are you meeting? What are your likes, comments, and share? So give out fewer information as you can. Number 5, be careful sharing personal information. This is one of the biggest things attackers can leverage in getting access to your data. Things like your social security number, your credit card numbers. A legitimate person or employee will not call you to ask you of that details. So a lot of the times attackers will personate financial services or different organizations to get your personal information and use that to make controls and manipulate your transaction. Whenever you get that kind of odd request of your details, visit the bank site or call their verified line and confirm if the incident was actually from them. And most times, it is not from them. Number 6, use VPN. The use of VPNs has proven by most professionals and users to be protecting data privacy online, as it creates a kind of private network using the existing internet. So essentially, what it does is it creates your own private network virtually over a public network. There are a lot of VPN technology and services out there. Example are ExpressVPN, Surfshark VPN, NordVPN, etc. Number 7, the Onion router or Tor. The Onion router is free and open source software for enabling anonymous communication. It's very good tool to stay anonymous online. Just visit their website and download the web browser to get started. Number 8, search engines. The DuckDuckGo, unlike the most popular search engine we know about like Google, the DuckDuckGo is engineered towards paying more emphasis on protecting the privacy of searchers while searching online. One of the interesting facts about this search engine is that it distinguishes itself from other search engines by not profiling its users and by showing all users the same search result for a given search time. It is a very good search engine. You should try DuckDuckGo. And with that being said, I hope you will be more careful online.